Welcome back to Old Plastic. Today we're taking an updated look at my Power of the Force 2 Luke Skywalker collection from 1995. I'm going to try filming it a little bit different today because it's such a large collection now that I wasn't able to get them all visible while I discussed it. So I'm just going to give you a quick pan of the figures. Now these are all different. They are either a different card or they have a different variant of them. The last time I did a review of my Power of the Force 2 Luke Skywalker collection, I had 8 of them. And now my collection has grown to 23 unique and different Luke Skywalker Farm Boy variants. It's kind of a mouthful. Hang on. Alright, so yes, the last video I did on Power of the Force 2 Luke Skywalker, I had 8 different versions of him collected at that time. I had no idea that it would turn into such a large collection. I now have 23 different Luke Skywalker, the Farm Boy version from 1995. There are so many card backs that he was offered on from around the world that it's turned into a huge collection. I had no idea that it was going to be like this. So anyways, being that I have 23 versions of them, it's kind of difficult to video it. So I'm going to try a little bit different setup this time. I gave you a nice little pan overview of them, and we'll go into detail now of each and every one. All right. So I'm going to start off with the bootlegs that I've collected so far. Now, I've collected 3 different bootlegs of the 1995 variant of Luke's Farm Boy. I have the Mexican, I'll show you in a second, the Brazilian, and the Chinese. Now, as far as I know, I'm only missing the Russian version of him. So, my latest pickup that I just got in the mail from Mexico is this semi-articulated Luke Skywalker, Power of the Force 2. Now his arms are articulated, but his legs are static. Unfortunately, he has a lot of paint loss, but he came with a dark brown hair and a very peaches pink colored, like orangey peach colored face, neck, and hands. And his belt and his boots were a brown color as well. But I think these Mexican bootlegs, you know, are obviously very cheap figures. But I'm very proud to add this figure to my collection. Yeah, I think I'm only missing the Russian version of him right now. Next is the Brazilian bootleg. And it is very similar to the Chinese, except I believe it has a nicer paint job. And he is fully articulated. And one special, let's see, I'll show you the front here. I know he's in a bag and you might not be able to see him very well, but I don't really want to take him out of this baggie. So his face is a different color than his neck and his hands. His hands and neck are a darker color. He has a reddish brown belt, kind of a mustard colored hair and boots, and blue eyes. I mean, he's really painted well. if you look at his eyes, now I'm not sure if you'll be able to see that. His eyes are done really nice. The blue eyes look really good on him. Really nice bootleg. One thing you'll notice is he actually has a screw holding his torso together. Kind of like C-3PO would have a screw holding, or a rivet on the Hong Kong version that holds the two halves of the torso together. So yeah, this is the Brazilian. Very cool figure. Happy to add him to my collection. Let's see, next is the Chinese knockoff. I guess it's more of a knockoff than a bootleg, right? So now this Chinese knockoff actually comes with a couple different card backs. This one is the Shadow of the Empire Stormtrooper card back. And I've seen them on a card back with C-3PO. That's a very common one, using the C-3PO card back on these. And I know I've seen them on at least another one or two other card backs as well. Now he has, oddly enough, white arms, but a sand or tan colored torso and legs. Light brown boots, dark brown belt, silver buckle. That's a nice touch. The face, chest, and hands are the same color. Now, oddly enough, this blaster that's in there actually looks like an accessory, or not an accessory, but it looks like a blaster off of one of the mini rigs. And I'm trying to remember, it was like a chin gun on a mini rig. Damn, I should go down and look at them, find out which one it is. But it actually wouldn't be able to fit in his hand. It's odd. So anyways, yeah, I need the Russian version next. All right, I'm gonna try and speed up just a little bit to try and keep this video around 25 minutes, thereabouts. You have seen this figure, but I'll show them again. And this one. Okay, this is a prototype. It's a sample paint prototype. The paint's a different color, but it is bagged. Now I'm not sure if he was if he was a paint sample made in Hong Kong or China and then shipped to Kenner for evaluation. But his colors are definitely different than the production release. Now this is a heat sealed bag, heat sealed on the top and taped on the bottom, and it says made in China on it. Let's see, find a standard. No, that's not a standard. Okay, his boots are a greener. His pants are lighter colored. His skin tone is a lot lighter, and his hair is lighter as well. But yeah, it's a sealed bag, Kenner paint sample, I would say. Not 100%. He might be an early production test shot. I'm not exactly sure on that. But yeah, I've shown him in my last video. Now for a new ad, I bought the deluxe version of him, carded. This is the US deluxe. It's actually pretty nice. It's got a desert sport skiff in the box. And the figure's the same, except I don't see a lightsaber in the box. So I don't think he came with the a lightsaber or a blaster. He just came with the skiff. Yeah. Very happy to add this to my collection. And for some reason, these bubbles are turning very yellow very fast. It's hard to find this figure in a clear bubble. So I'd like to get him sent off for grading so I can get some UV protection. Even though I store my figures in a dark room, I'd like to get that UV protection on them. But yeah, very happy to add him to my collection as well. All right. Now, let's see, we have that, and this. Okay, so these next four are all Japanese releases of the 1995 Power of the Force 2 Luke Skywalker. The very first one, I believe anyways, which is this one, which is the US card back with the long lightsaber. That would have been the first one. But this was released in Japan, and you can denote that by the sticker put on the bottom of the back of the card with the Japanese writing. I've showed this, I believe I had this one in my last video as well. Okay, after the long lightsaber came the second release of them with the short lightsaber. This is the US card back with the Japanese sticker placed at the bottom of the back of the card as well. So happy to have him. Now, in my last video, I had to, this is a new figure. This is the Japanese release of Luke Skywalker with the THX leaflet in the bubble. In my last video, I had ordered this figure and the bubble came detached from the card back. So this is its replacement. This one is actually sealed to the card back. And you can see the Japanese sticker on the bottom. So this is the short lightsaber, which is the second release with the THX leaflet and the Japanese market sticker on the back of the card. So very happy to have this one intact in the collection. Now, I was shocked to find this one. This is one I might need to get another one now. Okay, this is a European Trilogo card back short lightsaber. So if there's a short lightsaber, there's a chance that there's a long lightsaber version of this card back that I don't have. This was released in Japan. It has the Japanese sticker on the bottom. I've never seen the Trilogo with the Japanese sticker on the bottom. I've always seen the US card backs. So when I saw this figure, I was shocked that it was released in Japan on a Trilogo card. So now I have to keep my eyes open to try and find a Trilogo long saber with the Japanese sticker. This is a new add to the collection. Very happy to have added this to it as well. All right. Okay, next we'll do these two. Sorry, I know it's a lot of figures. Okay, this is the Italian release of the Power of the Force 2 Luke Skywalker. Oh, this is the second release. This is the short lightsaber. And I believe in my last video I had one of these, and I'm not sure if it was the short or the long. Here's the long lightsaber, Italian release. So I now have them both. In my last video I only had one of them. I believe. And I'm not sure which one it was. I have to go back and look. But yeah, so we have the short lightsaber and long lightsaber on the Italian release card back. Very cool. And next, let's see. These are the US. All right, so back to the US releases, and I've shown these two as well. Okay. We have the first release, US market card back, long lightsaber. It's a really nice figure. Standard back. Join the fan club on the bottom. Long lightsaber. Now I've shown this in my last video as well, and this next one as well. This is the short lightsaber version of the US card back. And then I found this one. This one was very interesting. Never seen this before. The seller that was selling this figure not only had the Luke Skywalker with this extra sticker on, he had a whole run of cards, and they all had the names printed on the bubble. Now, I have never seen this before, but this is a second release short lightsaber, US card back, with Luke Skywalker trademark sticker. It's a white sticker on top of the bubble. I have never seen this before, but it's interesting. It looks very professional and it looks old. The sticker looks authentic, and I'm not sure, I don't have any information on this sticker at all being on the bubble. I did a Google search and I found like some stickers on the bubble, but nothing that looked like this. But this is the actual name, and it says trademark as well. And like I said, the seller had Leia, Chewbacca, Obi-Wan, C-3PO, and they all had this same white sticker with their name with trademark next to it. So if you have any information on this particular card back, if you've seen this sticker before and you know if it was a specific department store or something that they were released with that decal stuck onto the bubble, let me know in the comments. I would appreciate it. All right, so that was the US. And let's see. Oh, that's a special one. Okay. All right, so next we're going on to the Trilogo. I already showed you one, and that was the Trilogo with the Japanese sticker for the Japanese market on the back. So for the standard Trilogo European release, first release, long lightsaber. This, okay, actually it looks pretty good. I thought I was going to say the bubble was starting to yellow, but it actually looks pretty good. So Trilogo European release, long lightsaber. Here's the card back. Next was the second release, short lightsaber, Trilogo. And I was very lucky and was able to find a Trilogo early release with the long lightsaber with the THX leaflet inserted in the bubble. This is the first one I've seen for sale. I'm not sure how common they are, but as far as eBay, it's the first one in a year and a half that I've seen. I always see the THX leaflet in the Japanese card backs, quite common there. I believe Blacked Out Ewoks commented in one of the previous videos that he had seen THX leaflets in Trilogos. So I kept looking and I was able to find one. Yeah, very happy to add this to my collection. All right. Let's see, grab these. All right, so these next two are the Canadian release. So the Canadian card backs are wonderful card backs because they're completely different, right? These are fully square card backs. They're not cut out around Darth Vader's head like the US Trilogo Japanese versions. So this is a Canadian early release with the long lightsaber. And you can see here that it is in French and English, the language. It should be bilingual, right? Yeah, English and French. Very cool card backs. Nice big squared off card backs. Very cool. So that was the first release long lightsaber. This is the second release with the short lightsaber. Canadian with the square card back. It's not cut out around Darth Vader. And you can see it's in French and English as well. Well, it's on the front as well too. Yep, so that's the Canadian release. All right, almost done, guys. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Last 4. Now, I could have done these when I was speaking about their specific countries, but I left these 4 to the end because they're super, they have something that's very rare about them as far as the variants go. In Power of the Force 2, there's only a few things that are really worth a lot of money in the whole line of the 1995 Power of the Force release, right? Because there were so many made. Obviously, the transition tray, if you've heard of that, is very sought after and worth a lot of money. There's also, there's a few other things. And one you might not know about on the Luke Skywalker, and I'll show you that in just a second. So first, I posted this on my Instagram. I just received him not too long ago. This is a Power of the Force 2 1995 early release long lightsaber Luke Skywalker that was loosely graded. This is a U90 by AFA. So somebody sent him into AFA back when they still did U grades. AFA took him off the card and graded him. Now, it was shortly after this time period that AFA stopped doing U grades. So this is an extremely rare figure. I ran a search for U90 1995 Power of the Force 2 Luke Skywalkers, and this figure, I don't know if you guys can see that. I hope you can. This figure, there you go, is one of only 4 known to exist. and they will never make any more U90s ever again. So this is indeed a very, very rare figure. 1 in 4 known to exist. So I'm very happy to add him to my collection. So next is a Trilogo early release with the long lightsaber. This figure here, I believe, is rarer than a transition tray. This is the only one I've ever seen for sale, that is. I've seen photos of maybe, I think in forums, maybe 2 others. This is the Gold Blaster grappling hook. See if we can get a good shot of that. And in this light, probably not. That grappling hook blaster is actually gold, and I'm not sure that we're going to be able to see it. Yeah, probably not. So the plastic used to make this grappling hook blaster is actually gold color. It's a flat gold. Extremely rare figure. And like I said, this is the only one I've ever seen for sale. But if you hold it to another figure, it jumps right out at you. There's completely different plastic that was used to make it, because normally it's a standard gray color, a flat gray. All right, next up is another Trilogo. This is a transition tray Trilogo, which means it's a short lightsaber, and the bubble tray is for the long lightsaber. This one is not graded yet, and I will be sending him off to be graded. You can see there that he is the transition tray. Now, as far as transition trays go, it's easier to find this figure on a Trilogo card back, and a little bit more difficult to find him like this. This is a US release card back transition tray. Very happy to have this in my collection. And this one is graded an 80, 1995 Kenner Star Wars Power of the Force 2 red card Luke Skywalker transition tray. So I have both the US and the Trilogo transition trays in my collection. All right. Now, I know this video has been long. I'm sorry about that. I should have done an update video on my Power of the Force 2 Luke Skywalkers a while ago, because the last one had 8 figures. This video had 23 figures in it. So sorry about that. I've been doing a lot of collecting lately, not a lot of videos, and I'll be changing that. I have a lot of stuff to show you guys. I have been posting a lot of pictures on Instagram, and if you'd like to follow me on Instagram at Old Kenner Plastic on Instagram. All right, cheers, enjoy your Mother's Day. We'll be seeing you guys soon.